When summer is here, so are sweet and juicy strawberries. In California, though, strawberries can grow all year round. Thanks to mild California climate, local farms are able to harvest a few crops every year. Acres of land with familiar short green plants with red berries at the end of long stems come into view along secluded roads all over the state. But California's strawberry growing techniques are slightly different from what I've seen or done before. Strawberry fields in California look almost the same. Endless beds with raised rows covered with landscape fabric or black plastic with only strawberry plants sticking out of the small holes. This is a familiar sight on the farms specializing in growing the popular berries all over the state. For me, growing up in a rural area in Eastern Europe, this looked odd. A strawberry plot had always highlighted our medium-sized garden. Throughout spring, we made sure that this plot was well watered and free of any weeds. But as soon as the strawberry plants got bigger, grew their runners, and white bloom festively covered their crowns, any weeding had to be stopped until the berry season was over. With this experience under my belt, the first time I saw large California strawberry fields generously covered with black plastic, I assumed it was done to keep either the moisture in or the weeds out. Turned out my guess wasn't far from the truth. Indeed, the landscape fabric used on the strawberry fields all over California keeps the weeds away. Strawberries can be finicky. They surely don't like to share their territory with the unwelcome guests. This California strawberry growing technique proved to be very effective from keeping away the weeds. But at the same time, the farming method is not ideal. While initially doing an amazing job at suppressing the weeds, the glass can support the weed growth at later stages. If not well maintained, the landscape fabric with any mulch or soil on top of it can still allow the weed to grow.
Okay, let's go get the blueberries.
A couple of weeks ago, we could see this minor drawback of using the landscape cloth on the California strawberry fields at Underwood family farms. The weed situation here, however, wasn't that bad. Underwood family farms in Somis is relatively small. Apart from the strawberries, the farm grows blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, and tangerines. A few domesticated animals such as goats, llamas, and chickens are also here, but more for a rural feel and a complete immersion into the farm life than any other purposes. The strawberry season in California lasts from April through July, with May and June considering the peak of the season. At the end of May, blueberries slowly catch up with the popular summer berries. Blueberries are not as fussy as strawberries.
Right?
You can plant them directly into the soil. No weed barrier fabric is needed.
There are no poisons by now.
It's like even in the same plant, like some of them are already ripe and some of them are too. Isn't that the same kind of Sira, susunod ka nila eh. Nanikalo na. Tomato manoti ba rin? Yung dark color tipo na. Yeah, that's good. Dark. Okay.
But honestly, it was the first time I was picking garden blueberries.
This one's already dry. They're not good.
When I was a kid, my mom and I would spend days in a forest picking the blueberries to make jam or dry them. The wild blueberry plants were shorter, and given the nature of the forest, mosquitoes, not bees, were almost always present. The blueberry season at Underwood family farm starts in June. In July, the farm attracts raspberry lovers. And finally, in August, you come here to pick your own blackberries. Once the berry season is over, the farm attracts its customers with seasonal produce, local honey, and some other treasures. Dylan considered their rock box no shorter than a treasure chest. You can have similar experiences and get fresh produce, no pick your own berry though, at another Underwood family farms located in Moorpark, roughly 10 miles away. Apart from the seasonal fruits and vegetables, this property is loaded with kids' entertainment such as a bounce house, train and car rides. Kids love it. The place gets busy, to say the least. Too busy and noisy for me though.